Vegas fantasy. Our Vegas fantasy. It's not a show about sex. It's about football.
Whoa, that's some pep in your step.
Put some flair in there.
I liked it.
Put some flair on my Stairway Grand Piano.
This is so stupid.
What was that? Hi! No, it's an in-joke. Hi. I'm Kenny Davidsen.
Hi, I'm Christina Shaw.
And I'm trying to be goofy and trying to be positive put a positive spin over this craptastically horrible fantasy football season that I'm having.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
What happened to you this week,
I
Kenny?
went 2 of 8. So I'm down to 11 teams. I am crashing and burning to the end.
So you had some buys this week.
I had 9 buys.
Okay.
So
9,
11
10,
teams
11.
left.
Got it.
That's it.
11, but still
that-
11 out
yeah.
of 35 with 2 games left, right?
Well, last year I was 12 out of 24. Like I had 50% left. And I had a lot of my high stakes left too, which I do not have left anymore.
No more high stakes.
I got 2 left out of 10. And 1 last night. In order to survive that, I needed the Philly defense to do a little better than Zach Ertz did last night. I had a 5-point lead with the Philly defense, and my opponent had Zach Ertz. Needless to say, by the second quarter, I was beat. Like the one thing, I'm like, can Zach Ertz not go off? And I talked to Steve Weiss, and Steve Weiss, I think he'll have a good game. He's not going to go off yet, right? Well, yeah. Well, you know, when you lose Alshon Jeffrey, and literally he's your only receiver, can the Giants double team the man when he's the only receiver
player
on the freaking team? Can you double team Zach Ertz?
It's ridiculous.
How stupid.
How much of that game did you get to watch?
2.5 quarters.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I missed the last part of it.
I mean, I was texting Steve. I was texting you. Like, the game to begin with was just horrendous.
Awful.
Just awful.
Awful. The worst game of the week. One of the worst games of the year.
Oh, my God. But, I mean, it picked up.
Yeah.
Toward the end, it got a little exciting, and the Eagles ended up pulling it out. But it's like, it was horrendous.
And here's where stats and the eye test don't always go well. Carson Wentz ended up with 330 yards passing and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
Right? You watched Carson Wentz the first 3 quarters. You couldn't look worse than Carson Wentz.
Oh, my God. He's
right?
throwing it in the ground, throwing it too high, throwing it at their feet. I mean, it was just hard to watch. Like, what is he doing?
Well, this is the thing. How do we evaluate Carson Wentz this year? Because he hasn't looked good, but he's got nothing. He has nothing to throw to. Like, and this week, if Aguilar doesn't come back, who's the number 1 receiver? Arcega-Whiteside? Greg Ward? Who's he?
Ward.
Off the practice squad?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the number 1 receiver.
He made some good catches.
Yeah, but like, this is the point. Like, they got nothing.
I know, but he needs to throw it properly when they do have something.
I get that.
And
he's
not.
Ertz. He did find Ertz. What was Goddard last night? Did he do much?
Yeah, no, not much at all.
That's wild.
A couple catches, maybe 2 or 3 catches, but he wasn't targeted much.
That's wild.
Which is surprising. They had a lot of Ward out there. They had a lot of 3 tight ends. Who was their other tight end they had out there too? There was a third tight end.
Yeah.
They had out there too. They had 3 tight ends and Ward, and our Arcega-Whiteside was just horrible. He couldn't catch it.
No, he's a rookie, and he's got a lot to learn. I know there's a lot of hope for him, but it has not come along. So they got nothing. And then you got the Giants, who squander a 14-point lead. You know, Eli did okay. Eli's got nothing on the ball, nothing at all. That throw to Darius Slayton, I mean, that was a lob.
Yeah.
And Darius Slayton got behind the defense, and then the other one was one of the worst tackles by Ronald Darby you'll ever see.
Jeez.
Right?
Yeah.
So like look, Eli was serviceable, and he did what he had to do because the Eagles are bad defensively. I mean, and Darius Slayton is a thing.
Yeah.
But jeez, man,
that was just.
And this is
putrid.
This is after a week of great football.
Yeah.
Like the Niners Saints game was the best game you'll ever see.
God, that was such a good game.
Right?
Oh my God.
How about in Tennessee, Oakland was a good game.
Yeah.
There's a lot on the line there.
Yeah.
Right? There's some offense in that game. You've got Kansas City, New England, which wasn't a high scoring game. That's a hell of a game.
Still a good game.
Watching Mahomes hold off that team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There was some good football this weekend.
Yep.
And you get that, snooze fest.
That I watched on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
All day Sunday, I had to watch NFL Red Zone on my phone.
Yeah.
because of my Christmas show, but I still got to watch the Red Zone, so it was still fun. I'm a little sad I'm not watching football anymore with my bestie, Kenny.
No, I know. You've got your show on Sunday now, so it's sad. But you won your playoff game.
I did, and I beat Tom. Going into it, he had Alshon Jeffrey and the Eagles defense, and I had the Eagles kicker. What's his name?
Oh, you had Elliott.
Jake Elliott and Ertz.
Right, but he had Jeffrey.
But I also had a 30-some point lead. So I was pretty confident going in, but then as soon as Jeffrey got carted off, I texted Kenny and I said, well, I just won.
Yeah.
But Ertz blew it up for me anyway. Jake Elliott got a good amount of points too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I ended up scoring, again, the second highest fantasy points in the whole league.
Right, and that's, the draft pick of the year for you is Austin Eckler.
And Michael Thomas.
Well, Michael Thomas is the first round pick. I mean,
True.
that's a hey, he's there and I'll get him.
Yeah.
But the deep pick for you.
Yeah.
That we all had decisions on with Austin Eckler has been a killer for you. He's been amazing.
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, I was real low.
Running back one.
Yeah. Well, I knew I had this gut feeling that Melvin Gordon wasn't going to play at all this year. So that's why I wanted to target Austin Eckler early. Not early, but early in the late window, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so this week,
yep,
Kenny versus Christina.
And I'm an underdog, and I got a limping team.
Well, I do too, and what I was freaking out about during the game was Geis and Evans literally going down during the game. And I was thinking to myself, if I lose this because two of my players went down, and I've had a ridiculous team all year, if I lose this, I am going to lose my crap.
Yeah.
And thankfully, the rest of my team literally blew it up. I mean, I had 3 or 4 players with 30 points.
Yep.
So I think I beat Thomas by 50, 60 points. I mean, it was crazy. Yep. But I was about to lose my crap. But both of our teams are
we're here, and I'm going in with Dalvin Cook that he made it through the game, and there's no injury on him. That's good. I've got
Josh Jacobs.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to find out. Now, I have Kareem Hunt on the bench, so I've got a replacement. So it's okay. And I have Aaron Jones, who, I'll tell you what, I got 2 Aaron Jones teams that are alive, and the only 2 teams that had Aaron Jones on all year. And those teams are tied to Aaron Jones. Because Aaron Jones he was a 3rd round pick. Mm-hmm. And it's if Aaron Jones gets 30, I win. If Aaron Jones gets 10, I lose. And Aaron Jones is up against Chicago this week.
Which isn't good.
But it's not, you can run on Chicago. Steve's not as good as it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens here. But again, it's frustrating to have a guy who's 30 or 3. And that's what he is.
Well,
and I win if he's 30, and I lose if he's 30. And I won. I had the one other matchup. I won because he hit 30 this week.
Yeah. Well, Austin Eckler can also do that too.
Yes, but Austin Eckler's floor for the most part's 10.
True.
That's the difference. Is that when he has a bad game, he's still getting probably 10 points.
That's the same thing with Tariq Cohen.
Yeah.
But more like 7.
But you're not.
But still.
But you can get a 30, and we can both get a 30 out of those guys. Now I've got DeAndre Hopkins, who can get a 30. I got Cooper Kupp, who used to get 30s, hasn't been lately.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking at Wentz and Austin and Kyler Murray as my quarterbacks. I picked Phil Rivers up because somebody dropped him. So we may be playing him. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get to this. This is the semifinal week.
It's
and
crazy.
It's
crazy.
My God.
We're
already here. Let's go to our fantasy highs for the week. And where are we starting with?
Mr. Drew Brees.
Who was on my bench. Per our discussion a week ago where we both said Kirk Cousins. We have it on tape, guys.
Yeah, we
both
do.
Said it.
On tape.
Yes.
We have it on tape.
Yeah, we do. We both said Kirk Cousins over Drew Brees.
We did. 349 yards, 5 touchdowns. Yeah. He's only had 4 300 passing yard games.
Right.
This year.
Yep. Well, I mean, he's also been hurt most of the year.
This is true.
Weeks.
Which is why we weren't thinking of plugging him in this week. I don't know.
Well, I didn't want to, there's 2 rules here. One, you shouldn't start, against the best fantasy defense. All right, it's good to see your quarterback. But then there's the other rule. Do you ever bench Drew Brees in the Superdome?
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's it.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Thankfully, I got so killed in that league that it didn't matter.
Oh, all right. Well,
I would have lost a heartbreaker as opposed to lose like by 40 or 50.
Yeah.
Whatever I lost by.
All right. So it
but
didn't
anyway,
really matter.
yeah. So there you go. That was our call of the week. Jameis Winston,
456 yards, 4 touchdowns. Well, also
and how many interceptions?
3 interceptions.
So
he's turned the ball over 23 times since week 6.
Stunning.
Stupid.
He might lead. He's going to have 5,000 yards passing this year, which is absurd. He'll lead the league in interceptions by a mile.
Oh, yeah.
He might end up leading the league in touchdown passes. How do you do that?
Because he's just
throwing. How do you evaluate this? How do you evaluate that somebody that's got that much talent and is that reckless? What do you do with him?
Right.
As an organization.
He needs to step back and make some better decisions.
Well, clearly.
Yeah.
But if he's not capable of that, I mean, like, I don't also know how you give up on that as an organization because he's got so much talent.
Right.
You know, and it seems like he's gotten his life together. So you don't have to worry about that stuff, hopefully, anymore. So it's like, how do you, as an organization, give up with a guy with that much talent?
No, I don't.
You don't pay him $30 million a year.
No, I don't think they give up on him, but I think they need to coach him properly.
But he's a free agent, so there's a big decision to make.
Yeah, true
For them. You know, but as a fan, you know, and then as a fantasy player, you know, you're looking at a guy who is great and awful at the same time.
Right, ups and downs.
But like for us, it works.
Right.
Unless you get really killed for interceptions in your league.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a great matchup this week against the Lions.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Mitchell Trubisky coming on.
Yep, 244 yards, touchdown, 1 interception. Then he had a rushing touchdown for 63 yards on top of that.
Yep.
Yeah, and he has another good matchup with the Packers.
I don't think that's a good matchup. I wouldn't play him.
Really?
I wouldn't touch him. That was a 10-foot pole.
All right.
No, thank you.
Interesting.
Jimmy G. I already got to start sit for you.
He's been all over the place this year. Talk about ups and downs. This is the same as Winston. Yeah, same thing.
We have a start sit coming up. We're gonna figure this out. As I've gotten quarterbacks wrong all year long, I'm gonna give you one soon. Ryan Tannehill.
Yes. You know, going into that game when he threw that interception, I was like, oh no, because I played him over Brissett, and I went with Brissett all year, and this was the first time I plugged in.
We said Tannehill, though.
Yeah,
we both did, so I got that right.
Yeah.
All right, hey, I got one right.
Okay. You got one right.
Yeah.
We both said Tannehill, but for the first, couple minutes of the game, I was like, oh, geez. Oh, God. I was panicking, and then he turned it up.
Did Brissett outscore Cousins?
No.
You sure?
I don't know.
We'll have to look that up. Because we'll see if that was. I mean, either way, Tannehill was the right decision, and you're not benching Ryan Tannehill for the rest of the year.
Oh no. He's had quite the streak.
He's had an unbelievable streak.
Good for him.
I know. How about that? And
now do I always play him? Yeah, I guess I play him the rest of the year.
Well, they're playing Houston. How do you not?
Yeah,
play him?
Right.
Right. That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue for you is actually going to be if you play Cousins or Brissett. I play Cousins. Cousins plays the Chargers.
Cousins got 13.58 in our league.
And what did Brissett get?
I
think he got more than that. So I think Brissett was the play. So you were right to. You had Brissett right, but
what was it? Was it last week 14?
Yes, week 14. I think Brissett had the better week.
Oh yeah, 20.
There you go.
You're right.
So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I got
that's actually more of a decision I think than you think.
Cousins, Brissett.
Yeah, I'm probably not setting Cousins though. I think you roll with Cousins because he's Cousins.
Yeah.
And again, they might need it because they're playing the Chargers, and the Chargers I think are going to score. So interesting. Now, how about Drew Lock going in to Houston? Now, I mean, look, a lot of people aren't playing him, but I play Superflex leagues, and in Superflex leagues, you are playing him, and you have a decision to make with him this week. If you're in a
He's interesting because he looked horrendous preseason.
Yeah, sure did.
I mean, just what's your putrid?
Putrid.
I was gonna say pitiful, but putrid. It's just such a different man that we're seeing now.
Yep.
Which makes it very interesting.
Very interesting. Who played Emmanuel Sanders?
Not me.
I sat him in 3 leagues, 2 of which cost me a win. I played him in 1 in a league which is a very, very deep league, and I have to play him. So I played him, and I won because of that.
Oh, wow.
So,
what did he get, 30?
Yeah.
30 something?
A monster league. And he threw a touchdown pass.
Yes, which was so cool. So, but Now, how does he get scored for that? Is that
he gets quarterback points for that? So he gets the fractional points for the passing yards, like .04 per yard, 25 for one.
Oh,
right?
okay, all right.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was a cool play.
Amazing.
Nicely designed.
So now you're gonna have start-sit issues with him this week for sure.
Hey, jeez.
Yeah. A.J. Brown. This guy is a beast.
I really like this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be an interesting guy for us next year, how to handicap him.
And especially,
and where to take him.
Yeah, and if they're going to, what are they going to do with Tannehill?
Right.
And dude, he's a monster. Breaks tackles. He's great. I like him. I really like him.
You've got a golden matchup with him against the Texans this week. Absolute gold. And if you lost a receiver this week, I have 10-team leagues where I lost Mike Evans. I got a 10-team league where I lost Mike Evans and probably Devontae Parker because he has concussion.
Jeez.
So you know what?
So many injuries.
You know who I'm going to get if I can.
Yeah.
Right? Michael Thomas, I'll tell you what. For 3 quarters, that didn't look good.
Yeah.
I was checking out Michael Thomas all day. I'm like, for 3 quarters, that did not look good. He came on in the 4th quarter and killed it.
134 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, they're playing Monday night.
Oh, they're playing the Colts Monday night. That's right.
Do you think they're going, they clinched the playoffs already.
Yeah, but they haven't clinched the 1 seed.
Okay.
They have a lot to play for. That loss was a huge loss for them.
Okay, so you don't think they're going to, scale back on...
Not a chance.
Okay, good.
No way, because they need that top seed.
That's what I'm worried about.
No. They're playing all out. They're
okay.
They're going to play through week 17, I think, so I wouldn't worry about that one bit.
You're going down, Davidsen.
We shall see.
Michael Thomas.
Darius Slayton. So here's our auction league. Here's what it is.
Okay.
I have Devontae Adams, Golden Tate, Josh Jacobs in my flex. And I moved Josh Jacobs to my flex. I'm going to start Dalvin Cook and Todd Gurley. No questions there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started Kirk Cousins, which was, not that good, but I haven't had a quarterback all year in that league. I was streaming friggin' Jeff Driscoll. Oof. That's how bad my quarterbacks are. So now, 2 decisions I had to make. One, Emmanuel Sanders is on my bench. I have no thought to play him, right, over Golden Tate, because how do you start Emmanuel Sanders?
Mm-hmm.
So then, Josh Jacobs is questionable, and we get the word he's out. So now he's out, and I got to make a decision. I got to pull him out. I didn't want DeAndre Washington. So now Emmanuel Sanders already played. Can't use him. I picked Darius Slayton up. And I have a decision. Am I starting Mike Williams or Darius Slayton?
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Henry's my tight end.
Mm-hmm.
But Golden Tate is my other wide receiver. So I have to decide, all right, do I want to start two Giants or 2 Chargers?
Oof.
I went with Mike Williams. And when Mike Williams gets a touchdown and Hunter Henry scores a touchdown, I'm like, hey, I made a good decision. But you know what the bad decision was? Starting Golden Tate over friggin' Darius Slayton. Who would have thought that?
No, and you can't predict that.
I left 66 points on my bench with those 2 players alone.
Oh.
And I lost by 6.
Oh, by 6
to David
points?
Nickel.
Oh. I'm sorry.
With a team that was in first place all year. But it limped to the finish line because of Dalvin Cook and because I was streaming quarterbacks all year. But I was in first place, and I am out. Talk about, and look at that, listen to that roster. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Dalvin Cook.
Ugh.
My Josh Jacobs team's all lost, too. There's something about, you lose a big player, and you can't replace that big player this year. Oof. So, there you go. That is my
Sorry, Kenny.
story.
Okay.
Austin Eckler, we talked about, killed it. Aaron, big week.
112 yards, 1 touchdown.
And both 100 yards receiving and rushing.
And rushing,
What a week. Good grief. Aaron Jones killed it. So
he also had some receptions, 6 receptions, 58 yards, and then he rushed 6 times for 134 yards and a touchdown. Thank God he bounced back after that bad 2 duds the last crappy games he's had.
Mm-hmm. Yep, well then we'll see with him. Joe Mixon?
23 times.
Back.
Rushed 23 times. Thank goodness. Yeah,
Yes.
now he does.
Except now, who is he playing this week? The Patriots. What the hell do you do with Joe Mixon?
I don't know. I actually looked at my teams that didn't make the playoffs, and they're
killing it now.
Killing it.
Yep. It took 14 weeks.
So frustrating.
I got a team. Remember that team that got 55 points? Got 180 the week after, 150 this week, right? Right. I'd be running to a championship in that league, but I end up 6-7 with that.
Yep.
It's been that type of year, boy.
Yeah.
This is this has been a year. I have to we will talk about it in our end of the year special, the whole luck versus skill thing, because man, there's been some crap this year that you can't fix more than other years. How about Raheem Mostert?
Hey, we told you to pick him up.
We sure did.
Weeks ago.
We had you in the After Midnight segment a couple
Yes.
times. A couple times I think he made that segment.
Yeah, he has.
He was lonely.
If you haven't listened to us, it's your own fault.
Well, there you go.
2 touchdowns.
You tell him, Christina.
Yeah.
That's right. Is he on any of your teams?
He's I picked him. I mean, he's not on my one that's in the playoffs.
But you did have him in a league. Yeah.
I had him in something, but he's severely outplaying Tevin Coleman.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm so done with Tevin Coleman.
I know.
Breeda's back, but and Breida actually ran for 53 yards this week, but he ain't doing what Mostert's doing. Mr. Ertz. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's all they got.
Yeah.
That's it. 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, jeez. I hope he blows up this week. He's going to have to. That's all they have. That's all they have.
I mean.
When they're playing the.
Can you believe the Redskins? Jeez. Redskins could win.
Any of us can win.
Right.
Well, the Giants can't win.
Well, they should have. I mean, listen, they can't win that game.
No.
The Giants can't win that game. Forget it. Good grief. And Noah Fant has become a thing.
Yep.
In Denver.
113 yards, 1 touchdown.
So there are your fantasy highs. We had a lot of those because now there were a lot of disparity this week. There were guys that scored 40, 50 points, and there are guys that scored nada. And as for the guys that scored nada, who crapped the bed? Did you crap the bed? Did I crap the bed? I did crap the bed.
Aww.
We all want to know who crapped the bed. Crap the bed.
Sorry that you crapped the bed, Kenny.
Yeah. You know who crapped the bed?
Everyone.
In a week like this, Russell Wilson. He hasn't been good lately.
First game of the year without a passing touchdown.
They look terrible.
Yeah, they did.
It's the Rams. Well, the Rams, needed the game, but still.
Yeah.
Boy, they were awful.
Putrid.
I had Hollister in that Ertz league. I wouldn't have won anyway because obviously Ertz went off. But, I'm looking at Hollister in the end zone. I need both the Wilson touchdown and the Hollister touchdown for 2 separate leagues.
Ugh.
And it gets called back on a penalty. And then they never get in the end zone again. I'm like, what a week. What a year. Andy Dalton, if you're playing Superflex, he wasn't any good. Now they're playing the Patriots. Don't play him.
Don't play him.
Yeah, we'll just move on with that. Now here's one. Josh Allen.
Yeah. He really struggles against strong passing defenses.
Yeah.
Which makes it hard to start him against his next 2 weeks, which are Pittsburgh and New England.
Right.
So
how do you start him?
Right.
How do you start him against Pittsburgh?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. There's been a thing this year in the fantasy, you look online and stuff about quarterback scoring and the fact that the running quarterbacks are get so many points even when they don't throw for much.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lamar Jackson is going to destroy quarterback scoring all time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he doesn't throw for much.
Right.
He runs for it. So they're like, should we change it? I'm not in favor of changing anything. I think the game is really good the way it is. I really do. And I don't understand why, there's an anomaly this year that Lamar Jackson's going to have a year. He's not going to do this again. Quarterbacks never repeat.
It's the same.
I bet you next year Mahomes is back up top.
Right. It's the same thing like we said with Mahomes.
Right? It just doesn't happen. So next year when Lamar Jackson's out for 8 games or whatever it is, right? They're not even going to talk about this. Yeah. It's just one of those things. But anyway, we move on to the crap the bed. Can Brandon Cooks, is he even on a roster anymore?
I don't even know.
Right? I mean,
he's had 4 catches over the last 3 games.
Yeah. And he
since returning from
he didn't even play before that. So
right.
yeah, he's on your bench. Devontae Adams crapped the bed.
Yeah.
In a big game against Washington with a golden matchup, didn't do much.
4 receptions, 41 yards.
Yeah.
And they play the Bears this week coming up.
That cost me. Yeah, I'm saying it's a rough game. Odell Beckham Jr., who revealed he's playing with a sports hernia, and he wants out of Cleveland. What a shock that is. Shocked.
Jeez. But, I mean, if he's okay, to go. He's going to be playing the Cardinals, which is a nice matchup.
Yeah.
But
it's amazing how we both did so well with those like
we did.
Right? With
High
those
five.
Who's gonna crap the bed for the year? I mean, you did better than I did because my guy didn't even play.
But still,
your guy, I didn't think Beckham would be good, but boy, I didn't. Jeez, he's been awful.
Jeez,
he's been so awful. What do you do with Tyler Lockett? What do you do?
I don't know. He's had under 50 yards 4 straight games.
What do you do?
He was so good earlier this year.
Amazing. Well, you start him, you sit him. I mean, now I don't have any more leagues. All my Tyler Lockett leagues have been eliminated. So,
thanks, Lockett.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Lockett. Right?
We blame you.
I don't even know what to do.
No.
Cortland Sutton didn't have a good week, but I mean, look, he's been good, and you'll play him.
Yeah.
Not a good week.
What are you gonna do?
What do you do with Golden Tate? I got big decisions with him.
I've said about Golden Tate before.
It's a great year.
I know.
He's produced all year.
I know, but he's just scary to play with the quarterback issues they have there.
Yeah, no doubt. Slayton you're playing. So it's like if you pick Darius Slayton up, you're not sitting him under any circumstance. He's got 10 points every week he's played.
Yeah.
Right? It's just an emergence. It's like Slayton's emerged over Golden Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Tate, I got one league where I've got Tate and Crowder. I don't know what to do. Because Crowder's going to be on this list. Or he should have been on this list. I didn't put Jamison Crowder on this list. He belongs on this list. Crap the bed.
I would start Crowder in that.
But Crowder's been awful. Crowder's been worse than Tate by far.
Yeah, but they're playing Philly this week. And Philly is just...
The Jets are playing Baltimore.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, you want to play Crowder against Baltimore?
Never mind. Scratch that.
And Golden Tate's playing Miami.
Yeah. Ah, jeez.
Right?
Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. Appreciate that. Saquon Barkley crapped the bed.
Wait, you skipped one.
I did? Who did I skip?
Alvin Kamara.
No, I added Saquon Barkley. Sorry about that.
Oh, you added one.
Yeah,
I was
Saquon
like, wait, you skipped one.
Saquon, I was staying on the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Saquon Barkley
Yes. He did crap the bed as well.
Under 10 points.
He's been underwhelming as well.
Number 1 overall pick.
Jeez.
And your number 3 overall pick or number 2 overall pick in some leagues was Alvin Kamara.
Who's also been crapping the bed this year.
Awful.
This whole year.
Awful.
We need to make, for our wrap-up show, we should do crap the bed of the year.
Oh, yeah.
For where they got drafted.
You can go through the first 3 rounds. And the amount of underwhelming performances you're getting this year, it's astounding how many players were bad. And then you get guys like Joe Mixon, who now's playing well, but by the time he played well, you're 0-6.
Yeah, he's off. Yeah.
Right? So how do you evaluate that when he plays so well now, but he was awful when you needed him? Awful. Unplayable.
I know. Well, also, Alvin Kamara hasn't had a touchdown since
week 3.
Week 3.
Yep. He had 14 touchdowns a year ago, I believe.
I want to curse, but
2.
It's not the segment yet.
Right. That's what I'm talking about this season. I don't know how you evaluate this. What do you do?
You move on.
Yeah. Leonard Fournette had a bad week. He's been a good dude this year, though.
Yeah, he'll have a better game against the Raiders this week, too. He
gets a pass because he had a good week. David Montgomery lives on this list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he get injured or was he?
Yeah, he's got a questionable status coming in this week.
Which is good for me.
Yeah.
For Tariq Cohen.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, probably.
So.
Probably.
I hope he doesn't play.
Sony Michel.
This is his second week on the crap the bed list.
He's droppable.
Yeah.
I really, I don't know how you would start him with any confidence. I know they're playing the Bengals, but how do you start him? How do you play him?
Yeah. When they're up as many points as they are, they're going to use them, but when
they're
not, they don't. But
they're been awful.
I don't know.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, there's another one.
Yep.
He's been pretty productive.
I recommended him to Tom in a league. There was he gave me names. I'm like, oh, Jamal Williams, put him in.
Well, he's been pretty
steady. Good. Didn't do much this week.
Yeah.
Well, he's the 1B. That's the problem with the 1B. Mm-hmm. The 1B is going to have bad weeks.
Yeah.
Especially when the 1A goes off.
Right.
So, Benny Snell. Let me tell you something. I started Benny Snell over Emmanuel Sanders in 2 leagues.
Oh.
How can I not?
He's Benny Snell.
Did you see what he's done the last 2 weeks? Did you see he's playing Arizona?
Yeah, but
You would never have told me to start Emmanuel Sanders over Benny Snell. It's hindsight.
Yeah.
You never would have said to me start Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, he had a great matchup with the Cardinals, but now he's got the Bills.
But they're also Connor might be back this week, so you're not. I mean, Benny Snell's done. Yeah. But here's the other thing about Benny Snell, and I didn't. It's one thing. This is sometimes why I try to watch all the games because I'm sitting in front of TV, but I really watched Benny Snell because I needed him this week. He stinks.
Putrid.
Oh my God. Talk about a plotter.
Yeah, he's just not good.
Forget it.
I think he just got lucky.
Oh, he's
a couple
awful.
Weeks. He's
I didn't realize how awful he was. He's awful. That team needs James Conner back in the worst way.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Oh my God. I had no idea. Jack Doyle, who was a good pickup.
Yeah, he should have had this huge day.
And
Eric
did not.
Ebron's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Nothing. And here's another guy who's been good without Thielen, but didn't do nothing this week. Kyle Rudolph. Did I just say didn't do nothing?
Didn't do nothing.
Didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
Didn't do nothing. Wow. Where am I from?
2 targets for 11 yards. He didn't do nothing.
God. Kyle Rudolph.
But he's playing the Chargers this week, so maybe he'll have a nice...
If Thielen's back, you're not touching Kyle Rudolph.
No.
But
Is Thielen going to come back?
We don't know.
I got a Thielen.
Oh, boy. And then Gesicki, who I sat for Tyler Higbee. I mean, who I played over Tyler Higbee.
Oh. I actually... And I wouldn't have done it, but I was actually maybe thinking about playing Gesicki over Ertz.
Mm-hmm.
It was... I mean, I wasn't going to do it, but I thought about it. Ertz has just been so up and down lately.
And hurt.
And, hurt a little bit. So I thought about it, then I was like, no, Christina, out of your mind. Get out. No, don't do it. I didn't do it, but...
Yeah. There you go.
What do you do about Nick Chubb?
I don't know what you do about Nick Chubb. Those of you who were so certain that Kareem Hunt was not going to cut into Nick Chubb...
You were severely wrong.
You were wrong. Because now Nick Chubb has turned into Mark Ingram.
I wish I had Hunt in our dynasty league.
And Nick Chubb was doing nothing that he'd pull off a 70-yard run. So in a standard league, in a non-PPR league, Nick Chubb's fine.
Mm-hmm.
In a PPR league, he ain't doing nothing. You got problems there.
Nope. Yep. And weren't they at the goal line and Chubb was supposed to get in, and then they gave it to Hunt, and he got in. Mm-hmm. As Chubb owner, that's got to be really frustrating.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
So, and then we were talking about should you drop? So would you drop? You wouldn't drop Shirley Michelle at this point?
How do you not consider him against the Bengals though? And 2, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like, go with your guy if you're still in the playoffs with Sony Michel.
He hasn't gotten anybody anywhere this year. I don't have a Sony Michel team alive.
Yeah.
He's killed me.
Yeah, if you've made it that far.
There's no chance you made it this far. If you've been playing Sony Michel every week. Mm-hmm. You have to have a 16-team league.
Yeah.
No, seriously, there's no chance you're starting Sony Michel.
So do you drop him?
Yeah. They were playing Rex Burkhead over him this week.
Mm-hmm. Which I like.
Yeah.
I've held on to Rex Burkhead in our dynasty league to see what they're gonna do with him. I like Rex Burkhead.
Yeah, he just gets hurt a lot, but I like him a lot. Yeah. So, all right, you want your list of injuries this week?
No.
Let's just talk about. We have a lot of people on this list that we're gonna get to later. I'm gonna move them because we have players that are out for the year. So, DJ. So let's go to the ones that are not out for the year. DJ Chark, not out for the year, but probably is not gonna play this week.
Ankle injury, and he's still in a walking boot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's iffy for the week. Devontae Parker, who's been a terrific concussion.
So sad.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been his issue all year. He can't stay. His whole career is that he can't stay healthy.
But same as Geis.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yep.
Frustrating.
Mark Andrews looks like he's playing Thursday.
Avoided a major, what could have been damaging injury, so that's good.
But are you starting him against the Jets?
And they're playing Thursday, which is frustrating because you don't know.
You don't know. And
it's short week.
Yep. And how about Jared Cook with a concussion?
This is a rough week.
Yeah. And that's not even the out for the year, people. We got a burial that we could be here 3 hours of a burial.
Stay tuned for our burial.
All right. So let's go to the waiver wire. If Raheem Mostert is available, He shouldn't be.
He's
I think
only
that's neat to say.
52% owned in Yahoo.
That's stunning.
And 24% in ESPN.
That's ridiculous. If that's not 85% by tonight, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing the Falcons.
Run if you can.
So we've been waiting all year long for one running back to emerge, and it's Raheem freaking Mostert.
Mustard.
Yep.
Raheem Mustard.
He's the guy. And I've been stashing him on and off in leagues and then dropping him and stashing him and dropping him. And finally, I don't have him, and he goes off. And he goes off in a situation where Tevin Coleman a week ago just wasn't effective.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're just going with a hot hand.
Which is frustrating.
Which is Mostert. Unbelievable. You need to get him. Now, are you picking up DeAndre Washington, who had a good week?
Yes.
You're picking him up.
I like DeAndre
Washington. Okay.
I think, well, first of all, he has great matchups for the next couple weeks.
Jacksonville's a golden matchup.
Yes.
He can't stop anybody.
He's an effective third down back.
Yep. Yeah, Jalen Richard's not the guy. It's DeAndre Washington.
I really, really like DeAndre Washington.
All right.
And I think he's going to be liable in years to come.
Okay.
And reliable.
I don't, because it's Josh Jacobs' team. And I don't see where he's going to play.
Well, they might.
I mean, I just
trade
don't.
him.
I don't see that, but I see this week for sure. I get that.
He could be traded. You don't know. And he's still young. Maybe not this year. Maybe next year. I don't know. I like him as a athletic player.
Okay. All right. We talked about Mark Andrews. You picking up Hayden Hurst?
If Andrews is unable to play.
Yeah, you got to decide that tonight, though.
Which is
and Andrews said Andrews is going on Thursday.
Right, which I'm not going to waste a waiver priority on him. Maybe after midnight, but not a waiver priority.
No, I mean I wouldn't pick him up. I'll tell you who should be on this list. Who is on waivers a lot. Who I think you should pick up this week is OJ Howard. All right. Evans is out.
Yeah, but he's a little unreliable too.
Yeah, but Evans is out. There's running out of targets there.
They're not running out of targets with Godwin.
No, but they're running behind Godwin. They are. Godwin can't catch 30 passes.
He does.
Not 30. No. Somebody else is, and he throws with his Winston, they throw the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody else is going to get targets on that offense. I think it's going to be O.J. Howard.
I just don't like O.J. Howard.
Well, he has a bad year. Well,
yeah.
Or it could be Brashad Perriman.
Mm-hmm.
But Brashad Perriman he's very, very boomer bust.
Yeah, they both are.
Yeah.
I'd rather Perriman than O.J. Howard.
Yeah.
I'm just done with O.J. Howard.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got our after midnight pickups. You're looking for some of those forgotten players, and it's week 15. There've been a lot of forgotten players. And Greg Olsen is out with a concussion. He might play this week, but he's Greg Olsen, and it's time to
bury him.
It's time to call it a year, call it a career, right?
Call it a career.
Oh,
not a
seriously,
year.
But his backup, guy by the name of Ian Thomas. Yes, Ian Thomas. He's lonely. He needs your attention. We all need attention, don't we? Somewhere we just all need that. And Ian Thomas needs that.
Yeah. I got one too.
Oh, we have an after midnight. Somebody that needs attention after midnight.
Boston Scott.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, he's free.
His name is Boston.
He has 2 first names.
His name is Boston.
You have a thing against Boston?
You think? I'm a New Yorker.
I know. I don't know. I think it's a good one, no? Besides his name being Boston?
He's all yours.
All right.
I'm not picking up somebody named Philly Brown, let me tell you. All right.
Ouch.
Seriously.
Ouch.
I wouldn't,
All right.
I'm going to pick up Hartford Smith.
Oh, my gosh.
No?
That's enough.
No?
No.
Chicago Goldstein?
But you know who I do like?
Yeah. Who do you like?
Dallas Goedert.
Dallas Goedert. That's great.
Okay.
That's the irony. Like a guy named Dallas.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Anyway.
Yeah. Overthought of the week. I already told you mine. It wasn't even overthought. I did two things this week in that same league. I sat Amari Cooper for Cortland Sutton. And let me tell you something. I don't care what the stats say sometimes. I watched that game. Amari Cooper caught a garbage time touchdown. He was doing nothing. I have no regrets. I don't care what the stats say. I was happy with that decision. He got lucky, honestly. Yeah. Now the Drew Brees one, look, we both said it. I didn't even overthink it. Like, I plugged him in. I was good to go. I didn't even think to put Brees in the lineup.
That's all right. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't have an overthought of the week. I got scared.
Well, you played one league and you won. Yeah. So there you go.
I got scared when Tannehill threw that interception and was doing poorly that first quarter, but then he came back. So.
Oh, there you go.
And I won. So I've been pretty overthoughtless this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
But I do have
1 out of 5 leagues that have made the playoffs.
Shut up. God, why do you make me feel bad? God, I'm happy with my 1 out of 5 leagues, okay?
Okay.
But you know what I do want to talk about?
What?
Why Darius Geis is me over this year.
Wow.
The dude can't stay healthy.
No.
All year I've had him on my bench, in my IR spot. He comes back. Last week I didn't play him, and he does well.
Yeah.
This week I'm like, all right, Tariq Cohen, you're going on my bench. I'm going to go with Geis because let's try it out this year. And then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I really hope I don't regret this because Tariq Cohen I've been going with every year and has been mediocre, but getting me through the year and not getting zeros. He's getting me 7s, 10s, good enough, And I punch in Geis, and he goes and gets hurt again. Again! Are you kidding me? So he's back on my IR again.
Yeah. There's certain players that get hurt a lot. But, he took a helmet to the knee. I mean,
there's nothing
I don't know. I don't know if anybody could have withstood that, not getting an MCL sprain.
know.
But, look, there are guys that, get hurt a lot. He's a guy that gets hurt a lot.
It's frustrating because he's so
good.
promising.
Oh, he's good.
Yes.
Yeah. You can see it.
And that's why I'm angry.
I get it.
Yeah.
One? Oh, my whole year is, are you kidding me at this point? That's all I got.
All right.
Are you ready for your song?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Ooh. It's a Wednesday night. Who should you choose? Make the right choice so you win, not lose. Starter sit. Starter sit. Starter sit. What do we got?
Is it all me?
No, I got.
You start.
I've
got a bunch.
I have 2 from Eric.
All right.
Phillip Rivers or Tom Brady? Minnesota at Chargers or New England at Cincinnati?
Wow. I'm wrong all year. I'm going to go Rivers because I think Rivers is going off.
I'm going Brady.
Yeah.
I'm going Brady. I'm going for sure. Not sure, but...
Yeah, sure, but yeah. I get you.
I don't want to have Brady on my bench, him go off against Cincinnati, and then regret it.
Right. Okay.
That's just what
All right, that's one for Eric. What's the other one for
And then the other one is Kareem Hunt or Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, my God.
Bell had the flu last week.
And then Bell was out bowling Saturday night.
Oh, he was.
There's a story about that in the New York Post. As he was ruled out for the game on Sunday, he was spotted out bowling Saturday night.
Ooh.
And he's bitching about touches this week, about not getting the ball.
You know what happens when they bitch about not getting touch.
Yeah, but, it is Adam Gase. Bell's been Gased all year, so this is a verb now, to get Gased.
To get Gased?
Yes, he's been Gased all year.
Sounds rough. I'm going Hunt.
I mean, you always chase volume, in which case it's Bell, but in this case, I'd say go Hunt. I don't trust Bell.
I don't either.
I don't trust Bell against the Baltimore Ravens.
Nope.
I don't trust the situation. I just don't trust it.
Agreed.
So there you go. So here's some of mine. Speaking of Kareem Hunt, Kenyon Drake.
Hunt.
Really?
Yeah. I don't.
What did Hunt do? Let's look at what Hunt every week for 14 points.
Yeah.
9 rushes for 28 yards, 3 targets for 40. Boy, he's producing.
He is.
He really is
And
producing.
Drake is all over the place.
That's fair. I thought there was a lot more disparaging than I thought there was much more of a difference than it is. But you're right. That's a good one.
I love when Kenny says I'm right.
That's a good one.
Makes me happy.
Mark Ingram or Kenyon Drake?
Ooh, that's a little harder. Who's Ingram play?
Jets.
Ingram.
Jets are good against the runs. The one
Really?
thing they can do. But I think you're right.
I see. Yeah.
Because Ingram can score a touchdown. That's the thing with Ingram. Ingram has like 10 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit Ingram in a big matchup. But now, if Jacobs plays, Jacobs over Hunt, I think for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hate starting players who are like semi-injured.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That always scares me.
I hear you.
Because they can re-injure it as soon as the first play, and you're screwed.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's one. Here, let's do this one. This is the big one for me. Russell Wilson or Jimmy Garoppolo against the Falcons?
Oh, crap.
Russell Wilson's in Carolina.
Russell Wilson.
Here's the thing. The matchup is better for Garoppolo. Seattle might need Wilson to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you who is going to have a monster week if he doesn't get hurt this week is Chris Carson against that defense.
Yeah, and he's going to throw a lot of check down passes,
He
a
might.
lot of screens.
He might.
Russell Wilson.
All right.
I'd feel
Not
better.
yeah.
I'd feel better with Garoppolo on my bench blowing up than Russell Wilson on my bench blowing up.
All right.
Who have you gone with most of the year?
Russell Wilson all year.
Yeah. Stick with your guy.
Okay. That sounds good. Okay. Superflex.
Hey, wait.
What?
You better not be asking me questions about our Dynasty League.
I'm not doing one thing about our dynasty.
Okay, good.
Not one.
I'm not giving you advice on how to beat me.
No, and you should sit Michael Thomas because he stinks.
Yeah, I think.
And
I
you should
too.
sit Allen Robinson, and you should sit Austin Eckler because I mean he's useless.
Yeah, it's
right.
useless.
Yeah, I mean absolutely.
Sadly,
you should sit him.
I have to sit Mike Evans.
Yeah, you will have to sit him. Okay, here's the Superflex League. I have been rolling with Sam Darnold and Derek Carr all year. Oof. I had a bye this week. On the bye, I picked up Gardner Minshew, and I picked up Eli Manning. Gardner Minshew's playing Oakland.
You're not playing Eli Manning.
Against Miami?
No.
Who am I playing over Eli Manning?
Either of those three quarterbacks.
You're playing Darnold against Baltimore?
I'd go with
Carr
and
Carr's
Minshew.
fair. I can understand. I think Carr versus Manning is fair. There's no shot I'm starting Darnold in this game.
Okay, then Minshew.
Well, Minshew, yeah. I'm pretty convinced. Minshew's playing Oakland. So I'm starting Minshew.
Minshew and Carr.
All right, Minshew, Carr. Okay, that's what I have in there already.
No,
so.
You're not playing Eli Manning. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No. I don't care who he's playing.
Right.
I don't care how the conditions are. I don't care if I'm... No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Zach Pascal or Patrick Laird?
Oof. That's it?
I could do Tyrell Williams. I could do Jamal Williams, too. Jamal Williams playing Chicago. I could do Matt Breida, too.
No, not Matt Breida.
I know, you're not a Breida guy. I know this.
Pascal, I guess? I don't know. That's kind of a dart thrower for me.
Yeah, it's ugly. I'm giving you all mine. Okay. Ryan Tannehill or Drew Brees?
Oh, not again.
But the Tannehill's been great. It's not that much of a downgrade.
Who's Brees play?
Indianapolis. Tannehill had 28. Now, here's last week. I know Brees had 41. Tannehill did 28.54. Monster game. And they need that game.
My heart wants to say Tannehill, but I kind of am nervous that Tannehill is going to decline this week. because he's been doing so well. I feel like he's due for one of those games where you're like, ah!
So it's a gut. It's not really. There's no analysis. It's more of just a gut that you think Drew Brees will have the better week.
Yes, but I want to play Tannehill. Does that make sense?
All right, so what's the answer?
I don't know.
Playing Tannehill. I need an answer here.
My
life's on the line, Christina. I need an answer here.
I don't know. I'm so stressed, Kenny. I don't know. Gosh, what are you thinking?
I mean, I have Tannehill in there already, but like I haven't thought about it.
I'm going 60% Tannehill, 40% Breeze.
Okay. How about Singletary or Devonta Freeman?
Ew, that's a dart throw too.
I think it's Singletary. Because Devonta Freeman's playing the 49ers. I think.
All
it's
right. Yes.
But Singletary's playing the Steelers.
No.
Singletary been good.
Yeah, he's Singletary.
He's been really good.
Singletary.
That was one of my Calvin Ridley leagues. I originally that was supposed to be Calvin Ridley in the flex. It will not be. Now, here's the other question. I have a claim in for A.J. Brown in that league. If I get A.J. Brown, would you start A.J. Brown over Devin Singletary?
Who's Brown play?
They're playing Tennessee. They're playing Houston. And I have Tannehill. That's a Tannehill league, so I could do a stack.
I kind of like. Do you want to put your season on A.J. Brown, though?
Do I want to put on Devin Singletary? I got to put on somebody.
That's a dart, too.
Yeah.
I think Singletary.
It's been my year, though. Like, I have so many dart throws this year.
I'll go Singletary.
Yeah. Like, you would have told me last week to start James Washington over Zach Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I started Pascal. I mean, James Washington did nothing last week. You know, there were 2 leagues I had James Washington decisions. I picked Zach Pascal over him, and I picked Deebo Samuel over him. I was right on both.
Jeez.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of dart throws this year. On that note, time for a very lengthy burial session that will make up for our year. We haven't had a lot of these.
And now they're just pouring in.
Pour it out. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to bury the 2019 fantasy season of Rashad Penny. Of Calvin Ridley.
Say it.
Of
No.
Marvin Jones.
Oh, gosh. No.
Of
Oh, my God.
Alshon Jeffrey.
I'm so scared.
Of
Oh, my God.
Darius Guy.
No. Stop, Kenny. Stop. I can't take it anymore.
Okay, I'll stop. Of, well, not really. Mike Evans.
No, that's pretty.
But it's not. He's not on IR.
He's done.
Even
if he isn't.
His coach is saying he's done, but he's not done. It's really weird because, like, he's not on IR, but he's in essence done.
He's pretty. And if he's not done in actual football, he's done in fantasy.
Probably.
What's he going to come back week 18 when you don't need him?
If there was a week 18, that'd be amazing.
Exactly.
But week 17, he might come back.
No, I meant week 18.
Well, you know, our Dynasty League, we're playing week 17. Like, you know, like, you might play Mike Evans in week 17.
Mm-hmm.
If he's in the line, here's a question for you. If Mike Evans is in the lineup in week 17 in your championship, and you're playing a championship game, are you playing him?
Yeah.
I see. There you go. So you can't bury him.
All right.
I can't bury him because of that. He might play. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
Rashad
guys.
Penny, Calvin Ridley, Marvin Jones, Darius Guice,
Jeez.
Alshon Jeffrey.
I can't believe.
Not really Mike Evans.
I don't think we've ever had that many burials in one.
Not 1 week.
Segment.
No, that's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. All fantasy relevant, by the way. Every single one of them.
Why
There's
do we
one
always,
player here.
Why do we always end the podcast on such a sad note? I'm just depressed.
That's an amazing question.
I'm just depressed, Kenny. I don't ever want to do this podcast again.
God, that was great.
Next year, let's end it on we need another segment. Like we need a burial, and then we need something
hope.
else. We need something about a player rising from the dead.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Let's make some music.
Who is rising from the dead?
Rise. Yes, I like it.
Who has risen from the dead?
Who
I'll give you a guy who might rise from the dead this week.
Do you have a rise from the
I
dead
have a
music?
rise from the dead this week.
Oh my God.
David Njoku.
Oh my God, this is so great. I love this.
Tight end that was on IR for like 10 weeks. Came back and played a couple snaps last week. But this week, playing the Arizona Cardinals.
Whoa.
Who can't stop tight ends. David Njoku has risen from the dead and might be in your fantasy lineups for the playoffs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I like this segment.
There it is. There's
There it
happiness. Hope. Going into week 15, ladies and gentlemen. There's hope. Yep.
And on that note.
On that cheery note. Enjoy us and download us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and the whole thing.
Yes. Please. Also, like us on Instagram and Facebook. We post a lot on there. And thank you for listening.
Yes, we got one more show. We'll be back next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back next week. We're not doing a week 17 show.
No.
Because you'll be in Philly and there's no point.
Yeah.
And we'll do a wrap-up show in January.
Yes.
So there you go.
So 2 more shows.
2 more shows, and then we'll see you next year. I'm Kenny Davidsen.
I'm Christina Shaw.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.